What is up, fellow nerds, and welcome to Not Your Status Quo. Tonight, we're talking Alien Earth Episode 3, Metamorphosis. I wonder what that could mean. But before we get into all of that fun, Dave, Doug, how's it going, gentlemen?
It's been rough, Keith, but I am fan-freaking-tastic. Ready to talk about this show. I actually watched this episode twice. Not that it's the most amazing episode, but I wanted to make sure I got it. So we'll get into that in a minute. Doug, how are you doing?
Well, Dave, let me tell you, I did not watch it twice. Boy, maybe I should have. But other than that, I'm outstanding. Um, yeah. Yeah, looking forward to talking about it. It's fine. But we'll get into that in a little bit. Keith, sir, how are you?
I am tremendous, gentlemen. And I think without further ado, let's talk Alien Earth Episode 3, Metamorphosis. So they're still on the downshipped, and Nibs asks Curly why all the hybrids are named after Peter Pan characters. As if we weren't beaten over the head with Peter Pan.
I think Keith has an issue with that with this show. I don't know what it is.
Well, I don't.
Because even the characters themselves are pointing out how dumb it is. So it's almost like at this point they're sort of like the stand-in for the audience. I'm watching that too. I'm like, oh, they watch our show.
When she said, "Why are we all?" I was like, "Preach, preach!"
Right.
And of course, she really wants to know why Marcy gets to be Wendy. And then we see the boy genius. He orders Kirsch to collect all the creatures, bring them back to the island for study. And despite Kirsch kind of objecting, he is a synth, or he's a synth.
Yeah.
So he has to follow orders, so he does.
Mm-hmm.
And even that Sylvia, I think her name's Sylvia, Wendy's guardian or whatever, is kind of like, I don't know if that's a good idea. And everyone watching the show is, yes, that is not a good idea. But for good television, we're glad they brought them back to Neverland. Because
So what I caught that as well, but I think they were saying that it wasn't a good idea because they were trying to get him to focus in on one project at a time. They're like, dude, we just, released Child and an Adult Peter Pan 1.0. Let's keep working on this project. Instead, you're getting distracted at the new shiny aliens, but, we still got to work out the bugs and the kinks with your whatever this is first.
Yeah.
they were, but we know the real reason why they shouldn't bring him back.
Right. And they're about to find out.
And then,
Now,
go ahead, Dave. Go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say now I keep reminding myself that this happens. You said this happens before
Yeah.
the first one.
Yep.
And it sometimes that drives me nuts because that means they had to have known. They had to have known something about this. Or is it because it's Prodigy that's grabbing all the research that what's the W whatever?
Yeah, Wu-Tang Clan.
Wu-Tang Clan. That's why they don't have the information when Ripley goes into space. Oh, by the way, did you hear Ripley's voice on this episode?
No.
No, I didn't hear it.
Yeah, it was there. I'll see if I can point it out when you get to it. They asked if and it was Newt from Aliens 2, her voice. She said, am I going to be safe or something like that? And Ripley says, I don't know. That's another reason to go back and watch it.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's always good to watch it twice. I did not hear that, but it's good. It's good. And one of the reasons, too, that the Wu-Tang Clan probably won't have that information is because Kirsch downloaded all that information, and now Morrow did, too. But I have a feeling Morrow is not going to make it back to deliver said information to... Why can't I think of their names? I don't want to call them the Wu-Tang Clan. What the heck is...
What is it?
Like Watari, oh my gosh.
Wayland Yutani.
Wayland Yutani, that was excellent combining the two.
And in one of my favorite scenes so far in this series, Morrow finds Shmi and Slightly guarding the Xenomorph eggs and interrogates them. And he's really like kind of like, what is going? Why are they so childlike? And he knows they have synth bodies. And they mention, oh, well, our parents, and he's kind of.
Do you think?
Talking about?
Do you think in their world, in the universe of these movies, do you think there's some sort of giveaway that other people can tell right away, like, oh, that's a synth?
I don't know, but it seems like cyborgs and other synths can. So there is something that they can sense. I don't know if regular humans can. I'm trying to think if there's ever been a time when someone knew by just like looking at them or not knowing prior.
Well, I asked that because in our last review, David brought up that wasn't it the first Alien film you said that they didn't know there was a synth aboard?
Yeah, they did. It was a surprise to at least one of them. Yeah, because he cut himself with the blade.
Okay, all right.
He started bleeding, and he's like, "Oh, he's a synth. You didn't say there was going to be a synth on board."
That's right. That's right. And then Morrow ends up fleeing because Kirsch shows up, and he kind of takes off. But he does whisper in his one ear, "Oh man, where did my note go?"
When is a synth not a synth, or when is a robot not a robot, or something?
Yeah.
When is a machine not a machine?
That's it. Yeah.
That's the only one you could have missed. It just happened to be the one you missed.
3 strikes, you're out. I got a few more.
How do I cut Doug from
mechanism? Not a mechanism.
Gotta cut Doug from the he's out of here.
Oh, Doug's off the feed.
Well, meanwhile, back at the ranch, Wendy finds her brother captured by a xenomorph. And we'll talk about this in a little bit. I've never seen a xenomorph like not just kill somebody that I can.
That's what I was gonna say. And they didn't know that at the time. Obviously, this is their first encounter with the xenomorph. But how did they get the name for the xenomorph so fast, by the way?
They probably got it off the ship. They probably had named it on the ship and Kirsch.
Yeah, most likely.
I assume.
Because he mentions when he's talking to Yutani, the new owner of the Wayland Yutani company, he's talking to her and he mentions, we'll talk about this a little bit later, but he mentions this was like the majority of his life was tracking down these species. So I assume at some point, yeah, what you're saying is correct. They probably named them themselves. He may have even been the one who came up with the name.
True. And it seemed like it was, I don't know if it set him up to bait her in, like it knew she was following, and I'm not really sure, and we can get into that more later, but she ends up freeing him, and they kind of have a fight.
I have a theory.
Oh, let's hear it.
And this goes back to what I was saying last time as well. I don't think the xenomorphs can see. At least, and I think because she was standing in front of her brother, I think that's why it was staring at them and through the opening and then turned around and walked away. I don't think it saw the brother.
Right, because she's synthetic body,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why she said stay behind
Just
me.
a theory. I don't know whether that's accurate or not, but
That makes sense.
I
but
couldn't understand either why it was just like staring at them and then turn around and walked away.
And to Keith's point, I guess he doesn't care to kill a synthetic person, but to Keith's point that it doesn't capture them, it just kills them. That's the first time I've ever seen that too.
And it was,
Yeah,
it
yeah, that
acted a
was
lot
weird.
differently because I've never seen them retreat instead of attack, and this one did. It was stalking kind of from above instead of confronting, straight head on. And I don't know if it's like a higher intelligent alien than we've seen in some of the other movies, or more strategic. It had strategery. I don't know what it is. I hope we find out because obviously this one, spoiler alert, it ended up being killed by Wendy when it was, trapped in that room. And every time, as soon as that door closed with her in it, I'm like, oh man, they're saving money on visual effects, not letting us see
Right.
that fight. But she ends up kills it, but she is kind of unconscious. Her brother is very, in dire straits. He seems like he's going to pass. And they end up returning to the island where her brother's having surgery.
The island misfit children.
What's her name? Dame Sylvia and Arthur tend to the unconscious Wendy. Boy comes in, Boy's inspecting the creatures, and Kirsch kind of tells him, hey, these things.
He pushes him out. And he's like, nobody has ever offended me like this. I own this company and you. How dare you?
But he's smart enough to know, and he said, these things inhabit humans, and then bust out of them and he's like, okay, you're in charge. I am angry. You should never talk to me like that. But you're right about this. I don't want an alien.
But again, it does go to show that once again, the eggs weren't, opening up to release their parasites on Hirsch. They did start to open up when Boy Cavalier walked in.
Yep.
Moneybags.
Yeah, well, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Dumb Peter Pan obsessed billionaire.
I mean,
Trillionaire.
how does it get to be a trillionaire without, being smart?
How does he own a whole ass country?
You gotta have some semblance of intelligence in there. I don't care if you don't like the billionaires that you know about, they have some intelligence.
I think he does have a lot of intelligence. He's lacking some common sense though, because he is so smart. He's, the Jurassic Park question. Instead of asking, can we bring them back? No one asks, should we bring them back? And he's building these hybrids, and he wants these, creatures. He's all about, let's find out what they can do and how we can, profit off of them. So he's not asking the right questions. But he is obviously...
I love that's what's at the top of his list. He's like, yeah, we really need to get these specimens so we can profit off them. Oh, you mean you don't want to, study them, see...
Right.
Oh, they can advance their science. Oh yeah, all that shit too. Whatever.
The profiting off of that stuff, though. Right. That's always the bottom line. That's what we need.
I was gonna be like, don't they ever learn? But remember, it's a prequel.
Yes.
Right. So clearly not. Gee, I wonder if this is going to turn out okay.
No, never.
I'm sure it'll be fine. They're on a retreat, a small island in the middle of the ocean. I'm sure they'll be fine. There's nothing bad's going to happen.
Gee, I wonder how the book Everyone Dies in the End ends.
Yeah. But then, I don't know why, but Shmi and Slightly are my favorite characters right now. Because when Adam comes in, and he's interviewing them, are we in trouble? Did you do something to be in trouble? No.
That's such a parent move, too.
Yeah. It's just, I'm enjoying their acting as kids because, we're kind of starting to see that even though it takes a child's brain to be able to be transferred into these synth bodies for these hybrids, they're probably not in the best emotional state and, maturity. I have trouble with that word because I've never, experienced it. But the maturity to be able to handle it. And while it seems like Wendy is doing okay with it, we're seeing a lot of the others not doing so well with...
Nibs especially.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, she looked traumatized the majority of this episode.
The only one...
I love it.
Too,
whoever put that into the script, that's just like a side thing that's working out, That was pretty smart to put it in there. And then just when I get irritated, I'm like, oh, why is he talking like that? They're kids. They're kids in adult bodies. And then when I finally set that aside, it's just so much more entertaining to all right, they're gonna develop in these bodies. Are they gonna mature in these bodies? Because these bodies are forever, right? And if they mature, they're gonna hit a certain age and then stop evolving or whatever. It's like they're gonna hit 35 and then they're gonna stay at their peak the rest of their life type of thing.
I think they mentioned in the first episode that was something they were trying to overcome. They had said that there's chemicals that they can't reproduce in these synth bodies that would have aided in maturing, but they're trying to find another method of bringing it about. And I think that was one of the other other than the fact that they're using these terminally ill, untraceable children, also the fact that, hey, we can experiment on them over a period of time to see how we can make them grow.
And we see it's nice because we see each kid kind of behaving differently. You know, Curly, who comes in and talks to Boy Cavalier, and why is Wendy your favorite? I am reading these books and I am searching for. I have ideas on how to better the future, and that's exactly what he built these hybrids for, to build someone smarter than him. So I don't know if she knew that and was keying in on those phrases to pique his curiosity. But then you get Wendy, who's kind of like, oh, I have to help my brother, and she's kind of showing this maternal type instinct. And then we get Nibs, who seems like she is just afraid of pretty much everything.
She's seen some things.
Yeah, and then
that's the look that she's got on her face. Like this whole episode just is.
I'm never going to recover.
You wouldn't
from
recommend it?
having a ship, being on a ship that's underground. A terrible place for it, by the way. All these creatures she's seen. She's not going to recover. She's probably going to. I think if any of them have a sort of breakdown in this first season, it'll be her.
God,
And
what would therapy look like for hybrids?
Yeah, no idea. I don't know if they could be. They may just try to destroy her.
Oh, reset her brain, like upload a backup or something.
Or no, take her brain out and bring some more terminally ill children on board and
God.
load into it. She's not suitable
That
for
would-
this program. We'll
That
just
would
wipe her
screw
out.
with all the other kids. Like, hey, Nibs, is that my name? What? Yeah.
Remember that time we were on the ship? What ship? What's the matter with you,
Right.
Nibs? Nothing. What's the matter with you?
I don't know. I
You
just
sound
got here.
different.
I just got here. Leave me alone.
But
Just got here.
he ends up giving her some like stuff to read and do, and then they'll talk later. And then I'm starting to really like Morrow too, just as a character, because he obviously has been away for a long time. He talks about how his children are dead, and when he calls,
65 years.
when he calls Wayland Yutani, and she's like, "Oh, you're probably used to talking to my grandmother, but I now run the company," and even though he is such a company man, he's trying to get everything back. He was trying to get everything on the ship downloaded into his own memory bank so it couldn't be stolen. He's a complete company man, but when she gives him a direct order, come back, he's like, nope, I can fix this, and I'm going to. And I was kind of like, okay, that's the cyborg in him. If he was just a pure robot or a synth,
He would
would've
have
done
to
it.
obey.
So I'm glad. I was like, okay, this is kind of cool. He's going against what he's being ordered to, and it's going to obviously be the reason why they had no idea anything about these xenomorphs once
Right.
the movie comes
'Cause-
about.
Because you notice, as like inefficient as it would be to have a computer announce out loud with a voice platform what percentage you're at downloading something, they did that, for us, the audience. Like, okay, you're at 99%. File uploaded and deleted. They make sure that you hear that, so that way, again, going back to Dave's point about how this is a prequel and clearly somehow still nobody knew. Yeah, the one person who has all the data is probably, gonna die.
And
Unfortunately,
then who's going to listen to all the kids who saw the eggs and stuff? Who's going to listen to them?
Exactly.
well,
kids
they probably won't let him out of the island, or they'll be killed. While they're on the island.
Considering we don't see hybrids in any of these other movies, there's a chance that somebody terminated that program.
See, that's what concerned me is if this really is I think it's a pretty good show. If this takes off, they're not going to be able to expand on that because
When has
all
that
the other-
stopped an Alien or Predator movie in the past? They don't care about canon.
Right.
They will do whatever they can to.
Right. This is basically like the Halloween saga at this point.
8 more days to Halloween.
I'm kind of offended that you said that because it's accurate.
Am I
and
wrong?
No, you're not wrong. I don't want you to be right though, because I really dig these movies and shows. Obviously,
Okay, it's basically Terminator at this point.
yes, that's good.
But
So Dave, I
also
want to
a
ask you
train
because
wreck
I was
of
going
a
to.
series.
You've watched it twice, and Doug obviously asking you too. When Morrow kind of contacts Slightly, how did he do that? Did they ever give any indication?
Oh, there was a little thing. He spit this little cell thing,
Yeah.
chip on his finger and put it on his head as he was turning around to walk away.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
you mean on the kid, whatever his name is,
Yeah.
Slightly.
slightly. Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, and that's how he does it. Hmm.
So then he contacts him, and he's kind of like not wanting to talk to him. And it's once again great writing making these kids' brains, because if he would have
Stranger
been talking
danger.
to an adult, he would have never been able to. Because he's like, I don't think I'm supposed to be talking to you and stuff. He goes, but you said something very wise. You said everyone needs a friend. Will you be my friend? Okay, yeah, I will. And I was like,
How do you
oh,
feel about Ice Age?
Can you fly?
Oh God.
And then we see Kirsch and Curly dissecting that face hugger, and they end up getting one of the larvas out of it, and they put it in some liquid, and I'm like, oh, they're going to study it. But of course, Kirsch knows how these things work, and they end up sticking it in Wendy's brother's lung that they removed during surgery. I was like, oh, so his lung was fine, but they removed it for experimentation.
Yeah.
Every time you think a corporation's gonna do good, they pull some shenanigans like this. And then,
So is removal of your organs in the contract? My God.
They own you, every part of you.
yes,
Clearly.
come on, you know they're gonna say, "Man, your lung was completely collapsed. We couldn't do anything to save it." And hey, what's that thing floating? Don't look over there. That's
Well, they did that was a bit of a twist for me. I saw them hooking up the lung and putting it in a tank, and I'm like, oh, that's probably like to repair it. There's obviously, some medical reason for this. And then they showed in the lab, oh, bunnies and lambs. I'm like, okay, that's what they're gonna test the face hugger on. Nope. I was like, oh, that's a choice.
They got me this exact same way, Doug. I'm like, okay, we see bunnies here. They have enough of those face huggers. They'll be pulling those things out and putting them in everything. And to put it, because Kirsch knows they incubate in humans. So that was probably, we got to do it here. And man, they're creating a xenomorph in their lab. I'm sure that'll end well, right? They're gonna make huge profits and
Yeah,
be
it's
cheered.
gonna be a happy ending.
Billions.
That's why you
Everybody's
hear
gonna
about
be
the
happy.
the Prodigy company in Alien 4 or whatever.
Hold on, one checks notes. Wait, they didn't mention Prodigy.
Hey,
What is going on?
oddly enough.
But then to close out this episode, Wendy kind of wakes up and she's hearing that sort of trilling noise, to lack of a better term. And when she gets close to the eggs, she kind of collapses on the floor. She was hearing that when they first got to the ship, too. Because I was thinking, okay, something during the attack, when she fought and killed the xenomorph in this episode, I'm like, something happened to her. But she was hearing that well before ever the attack. So I don't know what they're trying to.
Yeah.
If
I didn't
she's
get that either. That's some good foreshadowing that we have no clue on what they're going to do with it.
is she like continuing to evolve in this new body? Because she was the first one
Oh.
made. We don't know what kind of time frame it had between her, her first successful transformation till when the other kids got there. But it had been a while. So I don't know if it's something she's evolving because she's been in this body long enough, or some other experiment they were doing on her
Yeah.
post thing to do it. But she's
That's what I'm
definitely-
thinking. She is Manboy's favorite.
Yep. But
They
it was
didn't have a xenomorph before they made her, so there's no chance that they had like part of a xenomorph to use in the DNA of creating this new skin or new body that she's in. So I wonder how that would relate to a xenomorph. Whatever it has to do with the transformation. You'd think.
Did we determine whether they were going with the idea that the aliens were manufactured or not?
I don't think they are. I think they're ignoring Prometheus and Covenant and I think they're
Okay.
going to go with they're just some ancient alien species that likes to murder and stuff.
All right, so I was going to say that maybe it's a bit of a stretch, but if they were something that was manufactured, it's possible that there was a related species or chemical or something on Earth. But again, it is a big stretch. I don't know. I'm trying to make it make sense.
No.
But I'm sure I hope they reveal it in a later episode. I hope this isn't like a throwaway, what a twist, or a J.J. Abrams, a good story for another time.
Yeah, I'm with you. I really hope we get some answers to all this stuff going on, because it's cool. It's like Lost. They do something. I'm like, ooh, I wonder what we're going to learn about that. And I hope we do learn about it, instead of being like, we're going to introduce more mysteries to keep you coming back when we're not giving you any answers.
I wonder what that smoke monster is. Oh, it's a dude. Oh.
Because, the whole sort of synthetic evolution that looks like happening to Wendy, what happens when a human consciousness grows inside a synthetic body, an artificial body, because I think the whole Alien series has kind of always talked about what it means to be human to a certain extent, and this is kind of expanding on that and giving us this, okay, she has an artificial body and like a human soul, because we see her closeness to her brother and wanting to be close and wanting to have that, love that she had with him when they were younger. And we don't know if any of the others had any close, sibling bonds or anything. So I hope we get answers, because something's happening to her, and we don't know if it's only her that's happening to because of something they did, or it's something that's going to happen to every hybrid.
Oh, that's a good point. It could.
Or
Like,
each
we might
one
start
will-
to see it because she was the first. It may be happening to her first, and now we might see the others begin to evolve. Maybe they'll all start hearing it eventually too.
Or each one of them will have a different side effect, like the one you said at the beginning of the show was kind of whacked out.
Oh yeah,
Nibs.
Nibs.
Nibs, yeah, they all have different side effects. That'd be interesting.
That would be. What if they were like developing some weird techno synth mutant power or whatever?
Yeah, it'd be kind of like the Bad Batch, how each one had like a certain specialty.
Oh, yeah.
What if each one had a certain affliction?
Oh yeah.
So it'll be the Bad Batch versus the aliens on this island for all the marbles.
Is that your Dave? Is that
For
your
all the
what's
mar-
next?
That's the what's next. That's
All
and nobody
right.
gonna reel me in or pump the brakes on that one.
No, because I like it, because it's a solid theory.
Dave, this spaceship just crashed into Earth. The brakes are long gone.
No retro thrusters, no nothing like that.
No, not happening.
You all right, Keith?
No, I'm just kind of reading some of my notes to see.
Oh.
See if you missed anything. Did you already talk about what's her name and Boy Genius discussing favorites?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Is that Curly? Yeah, Curly. And then
Yeah.
he gave her books to read and stuff, and she's obviously, if they're all, which I love your theory, Dave, if they're all kind of going to mutate or change in different ways, she might be the one closest to what Boy Cavalier wants.
Mm-hmm.
And that may, of course, I don't think any of them are going to survive, this
Yeah.
series, basically, because you get trapped on a deserted island, which, it's funny too to me, because two things changed in this episode from kind of the first two, because it went from kind of a alien horror when they were in a ship and things to, it's now more like philosophical questions, because the alien's not alive right now. It's not hunting any of the humans, but it's more like
Yeah.
Boy Cavalier talking, hey, I want to profit off these at all costs, and stealing from another corporation. And then we saw the thing too, that Morrow figuring out when a machine isn't a machine. He knows these are something new. They are obviously, he has pieced together that they are human minds in an artificial body, and he's going to want to get that for Weyland Yutani. So not only is Prodigy stealing from Weyland Yutani with all the stuff that from the ship and all of that R&D, I think Weyland Yutani is going to want to steal from them. So we're getting that sort of corporate espionage thing we kind of talked about last week.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're also seeing, it went from that ship where, wires and stuff sparking everywhere to like this pristine, lab, this total sterile lab where they're in now. I kind of like the changes that each episode that we're kind of got in this new episode from where we were. It's not just going to be, an alien movie for 8 episodes. They're doing nice things. They're transforming things and making it a little more than just what it was. A little more than just an alien horror movie.
I like that there's a little bit more story to it. Obviously, there had to be for it to be a series. But I'm glad, like, when you brought it up after the first episode or second episode, that they might lean into the horror a little bit. And then that's how this one started, where he's inching his way out of the container and then he's attacked from behind. And I'm like, okay, they're going to lean into that. Probably not as good as it could have been, but okay, let's go with it. And then the rest of the show, they were setting stuff up for down the line. I liked it. You think that I normally it like a faster paced show, but like I said, if you have a plot, if you're developing something for something down the line, I'm all for it. And that's what this episode was. It was like setting up farther down the road.
They're laying us breadcrumbs, and let's hope they pick up each one and let us know, give us things about it, because it was it was cool. I liked what they did. And then I wanted to talk more about that plant thing that it sort of had an enzyme based hunting mechanism. I think was that kind of hinting at Predator.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
I don't know. I did think about Predator during this show, like not that way though. I just thought, are they going to make that part of this universe?
Seeing that,
But
whatever, I don't even, it was the carnivorous plant, we'll call it. I don't know if we ever got a name for it or whatever. I don't know. It kind of, as I was watching it, especially when it was in its little holding cell, I was like, man, it's kind of Predator-esque to me. I don't know if they're going to do anything about it or if it's just going to be there. But if they do some sort of alien Predator crossover at some point based on all this, please do a really good job. Unlike the movies that we got. That would be nice. Please. I don't ask
Hey, my name's Greg. I'm a predator. You have one of my aliens. I just can't pick it up.
oh, sorry, didn't mean to step on your toe.
Oh no, it's dead.
Oh no, knocked him over. Oh no. Is it time to rate it already?
No, it's not. We still have some stuff too. I'm just reading some of my notes.
Okay.
Because, the AI that is overseeing Neverland, it kind of
Oh
reminded
yeah,
me.
it's something different from Mother. What is it?
I don't.
Mama.
Because Mother is Weyland Yutani's, so
Yep.
the ship. So what?
But it almost
Did they even give a name for the AI for Neverland?
I didn't catch it if they did.
Hmm.
But it kind of reminded me of the original alien ship's intelligence.
Mm.
And I don't know if it's trying to engineer the perfect organism, kind of with all of this. Like it's almost working with Boy Cavalier set it up to create this perfect organism. And that's what kind of the hybrids are working at. And it's going to take some of the alien, the species, the specimens, aren't they usually dead? Stuff, and maybe start incorporating that into future projects for Prodigy, if they last long enough to do so.
He doesn't know what he's going to do with them. He just wanted them.
No, 100%.
Money.
But I think that's what he might have created that AI for. And every time we see that guy, whatever he's doing to that door in the hallway, I'm like, what is behind that door? Please tell me what's behind that door. Are you sealing it? What are you doing? Are you fixing it? What is going on with that door? Please tell me there's something cool back there that we're going to see, because I want to know. And then, I honestly think that, once again, to no one's shock, the real villain of this series isn't going to be the xenomorph. It's going to be corporate ambition. And we've kind of seen it quite a bit here. But I really think they're going to try to weaponize the xenomorphs, the carnivorous plant, all of that. And honestly, the biggest threat is going to be, the human hubris on attempting to do this, as opposed to the actual aliens. And cool. Do it well, and we're all happy.
Yep, if we had just left the Manila in the first place, we wouldn't have a series to watch.
That's true. We'd be stuck watching reruns of Sanford and Son.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Lazarus.
Oh my God.
Do not bring that up. How dare you, sir? But I think that's all I got, kind of based on this episode. A good episode. Now we do have some. I think it's just MCU stuff. Oh no, there's we got some MCU stuff and some DCU stuff to discuss.
Let me ask real quick: is the MCU stuff more chairs?
It is not.
Oh, thank God.
Yes.
No, it's more stools.
I wouldn't be surprised at this point.
I hope Marvel Studios learned their lesson, and they're not going to try to pull another stunt like that, because they got a lot of negative feedback based on that.
A little bit.
But should we rate
Right now.
Should we rate this episode, gentlemen?
Sure.
David, would you like to kick us
I'll
off?
start. I watched it twice. Like I said earlier, not because it was a great show, an episode, but I just wanted to catch everything. I think the best part was when she came back, when Wendy woke back up at the end, and I kind of felt like it was a dream, because
I thought it was too. I'm glad I'm not the only one.
the lady that was with her, her name.
Yeah, Dame
Keith.
Sylvia.
Mm-hmm.
Sylvia. She didn't move at all when Wendy got up. And I was like,
Right.
okay, well, this is a dream. Whatever's happening now is a dream. So if it turns out, I don't know where I'm.
You're
I don't
just
know where
commenting
I'm-
on how you felt, right?
Yeah, I don't know where I want that to go, but it's still up in the air. The rest of the episode, I don't know. I think we discussed it thoroughly. I almost feel like I don't have anything to put in my wrap up except for my number. So that's what I'll do. I'll just, I'm going to give it a 6 this week. So, it's still worth another watch. If you guys didn't catch that Ripley moment with Newt, go back and watch it. You'll be looking for it this time, and you'll see it.
Unlike the first two episodes, I do want to watch this one again, and I didn't get a chance yet. But I did enjoy this episode. I thought there was a lot of good in it. I really, Timothy Oliphant is so good in this. He's
He is
great.
Really good.
Really, honestly, everyone is. There's no one that I'm watching in this where I'm like, ugh. They're all really good. All of the, people acting as kids are doing a really good job and having it different than the other ones. I kind of like the thematic shift that we got in this, going from alien horror to, more philosophical, existential dread type stuff, and seeing, the corporations kind of working against each other and all the things that are going on. Excellent episode. Good episode. I shouldn't say excellent. I don't want to say excellent because I don't think it was a great episode, but I do think it was good again. I do think we're getting good episodes throughout this. I'm hoping it's building to something great. But, the score is good. The acting is good. The writing is good. Everything is good. And so for that, I'm going to give it a 7. I think it's good. Especially, I think this one is much better than the first two episodes this finally got more into the story and less, hearing people sitting around a table going, "There's 5 corporations that rule the." We did a lot less of that and more story and kind of more pushing it along. So definitely good. Praying it gets better, but still want to see episode 4.
Yeah, I don't know. I did not feel as highly about this episode. Um, there were a couple of things that you guys mentioned, and I must have missed them. I don't know if I was having phone moments, just got distracted, but I do remember specifically having the same feeling as Dave when Wendy woke up, and I'm like, something seems off about this. I don't know if she's actually awake or if she's like dream walking or what this deal is because and what really like kind of made the bell ring in my head that something's off about this was when she went into the lab and that's where she passes out and the door is open like you can hear them, nobody turns around to face her, and I was like, well, that's kind of weird. Like that I understand they're into their work, but you would think if a security door is opening up while you're dealing with a parasitic alien, you're going to want to turn around and see who's doing it. So, yeah, I don't know. That was the one thing that I was like, well, that was weird. I hope they answer that question. The rest of the episode was fine. I will say that I like the acting because I think they're doing a phenomenal job with adult bodies trying to portray a child, and I think that's done really well. The other thing that I'm still impressed with is the sets. I think they are doing a remarkable job with the sets. We still have that random person spraying the mystery door. Is that ever going to lead to anything? Who knows? But overall, this episode didn't really do much for me. I guess I kind of like the conversation between the kid and the dude, the cyborg. Um, but yeah, nothing else really stood out. So it wasn't terrible. Obviously, it's better than Lazarus. But when you mentioned you should go back for the Ripley thing, I'm thinking in my head like, I don't really want to. I mean, that's nice. That's a cool Easter egg, but I have no want to go back and rewatch this episode for an Easter egg. I'll probably look up a YouTube video on it or something if I have to, if I really want to. But I'm not going to rewatch that whole episode. It was fine, not great. I'll give it a 5 out of 10.
It's better than last week.
Yeah, it's moving up.
What did I give it last week? 4?
A 3.
Oh,
No,
3.
I thought he gave it a 4.4 or
Did
4.5.
you? Could have swore it was a 3.
It might have
Eh.
Don't matter. It was lower
Well,
than
I
this.
didn't. I
Don't
wasn't
trust my
angry
memory.
at this episode this week. I was just not as into it. It was a little distracting. Last week's episodes, I really struggled to like keep my attention. It was starting to like piss me off. So I'm just like, when is something going to happen? Oh my God! If you mention Peter Pan one more time,
Or if you talk me through a bunch of crap
Right,
again.
yeah.
I agree
So,
with you on the first 2 episodes. I thought they were better than you. I mean, I liked them more than you, but I was still like, come on, get into it. Let's enough with the jibber jabber. Let's get into this, guys. And well, back on Earth, there's 5 continents that are
right.
stop.
So the one thing that I was thinking of, because I already knew ahead of time, like what about I wanted to rate this, and like I realized that I give a lot of passes to the Terminator series for as terrible as they have all been, like after number 2. And I think it's like more of a nostalgia thing. Like I give it a lot of passes because I think some of the ideas are cool, but the stories are garbage. Like pretty much every Terminator after number 2 has not been good. Even Salvation, which I've said that I like because they do something different, not a great story, and the ending was garbage too. But with the Alien series, I don't have as much of a connection with it as I do like other movie series, so I'm being a little harder on it, and I do apologize for that if that's, rubbing people the wrong way, but I just, I'm very indifferent towards the series. Like, I'll watch it if it's good, and I've watched a lot of the movies when they're good, but then they're not all good either.
And dude, don't apologize for your opinion, Doug. If someone has a problem with your opinion, then they have a problem with us. Because all opinions are welcome here. You hear that, fellow nerds? If anyone comes after Doug, you come after us all. Unless you're really big and strong, and
then you're just going to push me out the door, lock
take
it.
Doug
Good
out.
luck!
We'll miss him, but I got family. Oh, Dave's gone again. I guess he didn't
You hold up a sheet of paper. Doug, is this a good replacement for you? We found him on LinkedIn.
Says he's a contenty creator. Loves aliens. Okay, let's get him.
What's MatPat doing these days?
You think he would join our channel?
Oh Lord, I was talking to this one guy back in 2020 or 2021. They wanted to put together these like video advertisement things for the JCs. And so they put together a bunch of people that did podcasting and YouTube, and I got invited because they knew that I had a YouTube channel. And uh, the grand idea, without like any build-up steps, was get in touch with Mr. Beast and have Mr. Beast promote the JCs. And I'm like, he's like got the largest channel on YouTube, right? Like, he's not just going to answer your email from some random dude in Hawaii or Texas or whatever. He's gonna be like, "Hey, Mr. Beast, can you talk about it?" He's gonna be like, "The hell is this shit? Are you paying me?"
I have a YouTube channel too. Would you like to support the JCs? Sure.
And like I'm telling them this stuff, and they're like, and of course they did that because, like I said, this is back in 2020, 2021. So like, what do you have, like 200 subscribers? Yeah, so what? Shut up.
Yeah, that's a lot.
What do you know? I'm like, well, I know that a dude with 1 billion subscribers isn't going to be like, yeah, sure, let me do you a favor, stranger I met on the internet.
You don't know that. Maybe he's really nice.
Doesn't hurt to ask. All right.
Dude,
Yeah,
is
okay. I might have
okay.
been a little hard on them. I'll give you that.
Once again, you're out there in the chat. What did you guys think of episode 3? Do you agree with Doug? Is it a little under? Or is it average? Is this episode average? Or like Dave and I, a little above average? Mine a little more. Mine's good. Dave's, slightly above average. What do y'all think of it out there? Are you looking forward to future installments? Or are you about to drop the show as a regular? Let us know what you guys think. But we got some news and rumors to discuss because that's what we love to do. Are you gentlemen ready?
Yes.
The first one is for Doomsday. And Dr. Doom is reportedly going to be going after the people who have caused the incursions. And that would be Monica Rambeau, who we know is in the X-Men universe or whatever that is she's in, Doctor Strange, Steve Rogers for going back in time and doing all that stuff, Peter Parker, because they did the big spell to everyone to forget about him in the multiverse, Venom.
Who?
Exactly. Spider-Man. Not Venom, because we do know that he crossed over multiverses and left a little piece of himself, which I'm sure is not going to put itself with Scorpion or anything in Brand New Day, and the Scarlet Witch, because obviously she was doing some multiversal shenanigans and multiverse of madness. And I think, we've been doing the whole BS or not BS on this. This sounds like it could be legit, because I don't think they're going to I hope they don't make Doctor Doom just a mustache twirling evil dude. He's going out to try to stop the universes from having these incursions and destroying them both. He'll think he's doing the right thing. He'll just be maybe a little overboard on how he's handling it.
Marvel Comics has done a pretty good job of evolving Doctor Doom over the years and really changing around his character because, in the beginning, he really was just some evil dude with a mask. And, yes, I am an evil man from Latveria, and you'll obey me and I will rule the world. And also, I'm a magic scientist, and, of course. But then as, the years go by, he's definitely changed as a villainous character, where now it's starting to come out that it's like, he's not always super bad. Yeah, he's very egotistical. Yeah, he is a bit power hungry. But at the end of the day, it seems to always be for the good of his people. Like, that's his overall goal. Like, he's like a ruler that really cares about his citizens.
And he wants to take over the earth because he thinks he can do a better job than the current leaders to keep everybody happy, fed, healthy, all those things. You're right. He's not just, I want to kill. He doesn't just go blasting people in the street just for, shits and giggles.
So, yes, I do hope the same thing as you. I do hope that they show a more nuanced Doom. Now, I think that this rumor is about 90% correct on the bullshit meter. I'd say about 90%. I do not think Venom is going to be in it. I think the MCU, if they know it's good for them, they're going to distance themselves from the Sonyverse as much as they possibly can. And if it is a Doctor Doom-centric movie, they are not obliged to do anything with Sony, whether they've got Spider-Man in it or not.
True.
And I'm wondering, did Charlize Theron have a chair?
She did not.
'Cause at the end of Doctor Strange, she said we're going to go fix the incursion. So if she's not in the movie,
we don't know if she is or not, because we have heard plenty of rumors that the chairs were the main cast, and there will be other people in it who will be supporting characters.
Dave, you're going to give Keith another breakdown, and he's going to start going over all of the post-credit scenes that didn't come through again.
Okay, let's start with we're not doing that again.
You're not going to Wonder Woman 84 it?
No. And of course, there's no Eternals in this upcoming movie.
True. Star Fox isn't in it. Okay, look. No, Dave, you're not tricking me into it. Stop it. But now we have one for Spider-Man Brand New Day. This is from Alex Perez at the Cosmic Circus.
I think I saw this one.
And he said, reportedly we'll have an opening montage of Spider-Man fighting various villains over the years since Spider-Man No Way Home. And with every battle, Peter upgrades his suit, leading to the one we see in the film. And on the BS or not BS, I'm hoping this is not BS, because I think that'd be a cool little scene to see start out the movie.
I liked when they did that in Fantastic Four, showing them, a montage of them fighting different villains. I liked when they did it in Superman. I would kill to see it in Spider-Man 2. Bring it on. Let's see just all of the crazy, goofy villains out there, and fighting the Rhino, stopping the Scorpion from robbing a bank. Who knows?
Now, how are they going to do the Sinister Six if he does that in a montage?
Shh, Dave, we don't say those words. Sony's listening.
Because after the montage at the end of the movie, the post-credit scene, they're all like, "Hey, you guys want to team up and get that there Spider-Man?" And he'll be like, "Yeah, let's do it. Let's get some of the food in this universe too, because it's really good." And
where's the Vulture? We need him.
Boom,
we need the Vulture. Where is he?
Boom, Sinister Six. See, it writes itself.
God. Sony is already sending you a letter. Hey, come write for us.
Hey, we need to get those guys from Not Your Status Quo to the writer's room. They've got some great ideas.
Okay, here's the only thing. We got Michael Keaton. He refuses to wear a costume.
He's going as Batman. I don't get it, but let's roll.
He also said that every scene he's in, he has to have a plate of spaghetti. We didn't ask questions.
We haven't finished the script, but we've started filming.
Right, yeah.
All we've built on the set so far is the spaghetti restaurant that he's going to be filming all his scenes in.
I'm sorry. Why are we filming the Sinister Six in a spaghetti restaurant?
Why is there only 6 of us? That's pretty sinister, General.
Shut up.
Whoa. Are you left-handed?
That is exactly the type of shit joke they would use, too. God.
And if they use it now, we sue them because we said it here first.
Do it.
Okay. Now, this is not a rumor. This is news. Spider-Man Brand New Day adds Severance actor Trammell Tillman to the cast in an unknown role.
He's a villain. He's got to be a villain.
Well, there was a rumor back 6-7 months ago that Tillman was going to take over for Jonathan Majors as Kang. Any chance he is playing Kang in this movie?
No.
I want to see him play Doc Ock, honestly. That was my first thought.
I agree with Dave and both of you. I don't think he's playing Kang. Even though they may have had conversations about it in the past, I don't think we're going to see. If we see Kang in the MCU moving forward, it'll be in Doomsday and Doctor Doom like taking him out or something. He's definitely going to play.
Oh, who is what is the name of Kingpin's sidekick? His lackey that like is always helping him out. Didn't he start with like an S or something? Shoot, I can't
Actually,
remember.
you know who he could be playing? Tombstone.
Oh yes,
How old is he?
he could do. Oh, I could see that. Heck yeah.
Probably in his 30s, maybe 20s, 30s. He's not. Oh, I
Too
bet
old.
he has the acting chops. He could. Oh man,
Mhm.
now I want him to be Tombstone.
He comes in carrying a pizza, and that's it. It's a cameo, and he walks away.
Well, that's the thing
There
too.
goes Tombstone.
Him being added to the cast has sparked just debates all over social media about it. And you're probably right, Dave. It'll just be him walking by with a pizza.
Some cameo, right?
And now it's funny because this is once again Alex Perez. This is for future, and I'm saving the last one because it's about Brand New Day, but it's one I really want. I'm going to talk about this first.
Okay.
Wilson Fisk, Venom, Tombstone, Hammerhead, and the Prowler are reported some of the villains planned for Tom Holland's new Spider-Man trilogy. So not Brand New Day stuff, even though I think Tombstone
But-
might.
The next trilogy or whatever.
The next three. So Brand New Day, Super New
And-
Day, and Sinister Six Day.
Do we know if Tom Holland has signed on for 3 more films?
He has.
Yes. He
Really?
signed up for 3 more solo films and 2 more,
Team ups.
what they call it? Team up movies.
God, what happened to him wanting to move to a farm with Zendaya?
He still does. He just looked at the boatload of cash they were offering him and said, I can have a bigger farm. And really, Zendaya likes
Sure.
nice things. I can now buy her some really nice things.
I imagine he's like all excitedly like, I'm gonna get us a farm, and she's like, you sure are, buddy. You know, because she's taller and she's got to pat him on the head.
Good job, Tom. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, now go do another Spider-Man. I really like that ring.
I'm going to be doing important film work like Dune. Go
Right.
do your Spider-Man movies. Yay!
Okay.
Now, will Donald Glover reprise his role to be the Prowler?
I hope so. I did see images floating around on social media mentioning that he might potentially be coming back as a Prowler, or people saying they hope he does.
I'm one of those people. I do hope it is. And it's nice hearing that Hammerhead, the Kingpin, Tombstone are being talked about as potential villains for this trilogy because we
I do hope that if they, I know that you said it's going to be spread out over the 3 films, but I do hope that if they do want to show them off in Brand New Day, that it is in this like montage thing that we're talking about. I do not want a villain packed movie because that never works. As often as Sony tries it, it never works.
Maybe this time. I'm kidding. Sony, I'm kidding. Don't do it. Don't you
They're
dare
already
do it.
like, okay, we will.
Remember the Batman series that Tim Burton started? They kept piling on villains every movie, and that's the quality went down every movie.
Exactly. And, you know, the MCU has suffered a bit because instead of just making good movies, they're like, everything's got to top the last movie. They can't just try something different. We got to do something even crazier. And you don't. You can do street level Spider-Man movies and then bring them in for Secret Wars.
Good in its own way.
Yeah.
And then getting Wilson Fisk into a movie, how are they pulling that one off?
They'll make a deal with Sony. I mean, they'll figure it out. They'll be like, we're going to make this much money if he's in it. And we have Daredevil and everybody else. And they'll say, let's do it because we like money. That's what I assume. They'll figure out a way.
We've given up on making our own movies. Go ahead and make a movie, and we'll take the profit.
Hey, make the next Spider-Man movie. We want the profits. You do all the work. We're gonna sit over here, waiting for money to start coming into our account. And now the last one about the last MCU one and the last Spider-Man Brand New Day one.
This is the one you said that you were really excited about, right?
I hope it is not BS. And this is from Daniel RPK. Florence Pugh, Yelena Belova, is going to appear in Spider-Man Brand New Day.
No, I read that
I
too.
could see that in a very small, minor role. Maybe, banging on his door, hey, you want to join the real Avengers or some BS.
It could even be she's on some mission in the montage, or they team up in the montage, and that kind of sets up him being able to know her later on, because Spider-Man did team up with Black Widow quite a bit in the comics at times. So it would be nice to see. I'm sure it'll be something getting him to join the Avengers for Doomsday or Secret Wars or something along those lines. But
How funny would it
who
be
he was.
if... What's that, Dave?
I said she never knew who he was, so
yeah, she'll just know him as Spider-Man.
yeah.
How funny would it be if they, in whatever scene they put her in for Brand New Day, how funny would it be if they had her fill the role of Black Cat, give Peter a kiss, and be like, wait, what are you, 16?
That would be good. That would be nice. And the one thing,
There's supposed to be no, I don't remember where I heard this. Is there supposed to be a Gwen Stacy in this next trilogy?
there have been rumors that Sadie Sink is playing Gwen Stacy. Once again, totally.
It's still unconfirmed.
People have posted like AI images of her with blonde hair saying she's Gwen Stacy. And she,
Oh, the girl from Stranger Things, right?
yes, yep.
Okay.
But she's been said that she's going to. Oh, she's playing Jean Grey. She's playing. Who else was it? It was Jean Grey.
That's right.
Gwen
We
Stacy.
talked about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Already. This was in, I remember us discussing that. And I was like, okay, I don't know. Whatever. We'll find out when it happens.
Exactly. Until we hear for sure. I don't think she's playing
Exactly,
Jean
yeah.
Grey. Once again, she's probably playing some.
But Keith, she has red hair, so she has to play a red hair character. Everyone knows that's how it works.
See, you know what some people were saying early on when she was first cast before the Jean Grey rumor started? And I like this one a lot. Firestar. We could get the Spider-Man,
Spider-Man
and his amazing
Friends. Yeah, we talked about that too.
Yep.
Yeah, that would be an amazing idea.
I like that too.
Amazing.
Yep.
You're amazing.
Now we just need an Iceman.
He'll be cast soon.
Sean Ashmore.
Yeah, that's right.
No.
Wasn't he in another show about superheroes?
No, but his brother was
Oh, yeah.
Aaron Ashmore.
What was that?
Yeah, he played on Smallville. Yeah, he was Jimmy Olsen.
Boy, you had that queued up, huh?
But at the end of Smallville, they brought back a different Jimmy Olsen, and that was his brother Sean.
I remember you talking about that.
Yep. What do you want to know? I'll spit it out for you.
If you want to know about Smallville, come here and ask Dave. He will know. If you have any Smallville questions out in the chat, let us know. Dave will answer them. He's now watched
will.
it 12 times all the way through. Is that correct?
Yes. 12.
And you've thought about starting it for the 13th time, I believe.
I have, but I've run into new shows like tonight. Can't wait to watch Peacemaker.
Well,
Oh my gosh, yes.
let's slip into our DC Studios thing. So before we
Okay.
get into our little news tidbit from James Gunn, is the opening sequence for Peacemaker going to be better in season 2, or will season 1's be the superior opening?
Oh.
Oh,
that'll
hold
be
on. Let me turn on
interesting.
HBO Max. I'll let you know.
Because we do know
It
that
started 40
the
minutes ago.
song for the opening is "Oh Lord" by Foxy Shazam, which I don't think quite has the gravitas of the first season
Do
song,
you really want to taste it?
which I think
We
is
don't
much
know.
catchier. And
It depends on the dance moves they put to it. We'll find out.
that's true.
Yeah.
Are the dance moves going to improve? Are we going to see better choreography? What's going on?
We got a visitor.
We do. It's my beautiful wife. I'm afraid she's going to start trying to clean my office.
I just want to throw stuff away.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so once again, out in the chat, let us know if you think which season opener is going to be better. But, okay, the last little tidbit. So James Gunn talks about the Superman saga and how many movies it will incorporate.
Okay.
He said right now it's 4 movies. He said, I'm thinking, what is the long-term story I'm telling here? What is the story that I'm going to tell about Superman over these 4 movies?
Interesting.
Does that include Supergirl?
It does not.
Or is it all just... Okay, so they're all just Superman movies. Cool.
These are what he's considering the Superman saga.
Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, so this isn't the super family of movies that we were talking about before.
Well, no, he did say the second movie is basically kind of the super family stuff, but it is part of his Superman saga.
All right.
I'm sure we'll get more Lex Luthor then.
Oh, yeah. And if
so far, what's his name, Nick Holt?
Yes, Nicholas Holt, yep.
Yes.
He's done a good job. He did a good Lex Luthor.
Yeah, he was the beast. He was good.
Mm-hmm.
He's been in a lot. He's done a lot of very excellent acting roles. So yeah, he's an excellent choice. And if that artwork that we talked about last week is any indication, Brainiac may be the villain of the next movie, or it could be down the line. Because if he's thinking 4 movies, 3 more movies basically after Superman, there's some room to grow. It'll be interesting to see, because it's funny. We've always talked about how much James Gunn loves the misfit characters, but he's seemed to take a really good liking to Superman, because he was originally, I'm going to write this first movie and then we'll go from there, and now it's, I've got 4 movies planned out. It's almost like when Whedon wrote the Avengers and it came out and they were asking about something. He's like, I already wrote this next movie. He's like, it was in my head. It's the day we stopped shooting. And obviously it turned into Age of Ultron or whatever. And I think maybe that's what happened with James Gunn here too. He wrote the first movie and just couldn't stop thinking about where it's going to go and how it's going to go, because he's not writing Creature Commandos Season 2. Season 2 is coming, but it won't be written by James Gunn because he's focusing on this.
Wow.
Which I hope Creature Commandos Season 2 is still good, because Season 1 was very entertaining.
Oh, such good. I did not think it was going to be that good. And then so I was kind of, I'm like, I don't know. Like, I mean, I like James Gunn's work, but I'm just not sure if animation is his forte. And I am so happy I was proved wrong, because that was an excellent series.
It was.
A Superman story that I would like to see him tackle, but I don't think he will, because I think it would be too reminiscent of the Snyder movies. I would like to see him tackle the storyline where Darkseid hypnotizes Superman into thinking that he's his son, and then sends him to attack Earth out of spite. That's the best part of the story. That, like, Darkseid doesn't actually care. He just wants to spite Superman by having him attack his home planet.
Yeah, he wants to just destroy him mentally by having him destroy that planet that he adopted.
It is such a psychological mindfuck of a story that I would like to see James Gunn tackle it. But the fact that it would involve a evil Superman, quote unquote, I don't think he would. But I would like to see somebody do that story. That'd be great.
That'll be down the line when they go through a bunch of this other stuff. I think if we wouldn't have kind of already seen that a bit in a movie, he might want to tackle something like that. But yeah, I don't think he'll do it now. He's not going to Simon Canberg us and just keep doing it over and over again until he gets it right.
Which is a shame. Like, I wish we hadn't gotten Man of Steel.
And I do wonder, because Darkseid is a huge villain in the DC universe. He's a bigger villain than Thanos was in the Marvel universe. He's like their tip-top, end of the road villain. And I hope we don't not see him for a longer period of time because of, the DCEU. We need to have him here. I don't think he'll be, attacking Earth anytime soon. Right. But introduce him a lot like they did in Young Justice.
Yeah.
Where
Or Harley Quinn.
Oh,
Yeah, or Harley Quinn. Yeah,
Oh my God.
absolutely.
Harley Quinn.
Oh my God.
Absolutely, he says.
Absolutely.
If they could get
You-
David Keith, is it David Keith that does the voice?
Yeah, David Keith did his voice in Harley Quinn.
Keith David.
Oh my God.
Keith David, yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
How did I get that backwards? Because Keith. Come on, the most unmasculine name. But man, if he does it and just does it exactly like he did from Harley Quinn, if Harley Quinn's Dark Side is the one for the DCU, I'm on board because he was great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because didn't he have a different voice actor in Kite Man?
No, it was
Or was
Oh,
it Lex
Keith
that had
David.
a different voice actor?
It was Lex that had a different voice.
Okay,
Lex.
all right.
It wasn't our hero. Damn it, Gus Fring.
Right. Okay.
Giancarlo. Jeez,
Giancarlo Esposito. Yeah.
God, we all got
Killing
stuck on that name. That's
I know.
we apologize, Giancarlo. As stands of yours, we will do better next time. We promise you.
Speaking of Darkseid, a group of characters that I could see James Gunn tackling because they're right up his alley of goofiness, the New Gods.
Oh yeah.
And then you mentioned Young Justice, the Bugs.
Yep.
I could definitely see him doing that. They're such they're weird, wacky characters, and they really don't get covered in the comics that often. I could totally see James Gunn making like a half a movie about like bug culture.
Well, he wanted to use. There was a character from the Micronauts called Bug. He was a little bug guy. James Gunn wanted to use him in Guardians of the Galaxy and couldn't.
Oh.
He asked if he could use him, and they were like, "We don't have the rights to him, so you cannot." So I think that lends a little truth to thinking maybe we will see James Gunn, tackle that, because I don't think it was done as well as in Young Justice as it could be done now. Because after the first 2 seasons of Young Justice,
Yeah.
it dropped off.
You know what would be really
Little
right down
bit,
his alley is Doom Patrol. Bring them back, man.
Oh, that is totally James Gunn's arena as well. Like, I mean, just the vampire butts alone, it sounds like such a James Gunn idea.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking when you said that. It's like, yeah, that's James Gunn right there.
All right, so what do we got planned for this superhero movie? Hear me out. Butts that are vampires. Right. Okay. Slowly back out of the room. Close the door. He's having a mental break.
See, but
Hey,
James
we're
Gunn
gonna
knows how to
TV show.
handle those executives. He's like, "Oh my God, look! There's a rumor that Marvel's using zombie butts
Oh,
in their next
yeah.
Avengers movie." They're like, "We gotta get it
Well, if
done!
Marvel's doing it, harumph, harumph.
Write that movie." Thank you.
Right.
Give that man a check.
What are we going to do, gentlemen? What are we going to do if Marvel keeps going downhill and they decide to hire Zack Snyder?
We will see the movie. We will have an at the theater review, and
Oh,
we will give
God.
our honest opinion over the trash that over the movie we just saw, and give it a score based on its merit.
They can't do it. They have to check with us first, and we're not allowing it. It'd be like
Age, baby,
the head-
heaven.
it'll be like Zack Snyder and then co-charge is Michael Bay or some crap.
Oh,
And it's,
God.
oh my God, what the hell?
The
See, I would-
executive producer. And
If we had to pick between either having Zack Snyder or Michael Bay direct an MCU
I'd
film,
go with Michael Bay.
see, I'd go with Zack Snyder as long as he didn't
Really?
write it.
Oh.
I don't know if we can stick.
Yeah, I
with
guess he
that.
could direct. He's a pretty decent director.
He's
if
got
he's
a good
not part of the
vision for
writing
scenes.
process.
He makes some things look good. I
Yeah.
just don't trust his writing ability because
I mean, other than, most of his Justice League.
I'd let him make the trailer.
Oh, he'd be good at making the trailer,
Yeah.
assuming he can stop himself from using Hallelujah.
he probably couldn't help himself. He'd sneak it in. But I mean, 300. He did a good job with that. I think with the right material, Zack Snyder can do a good job. I've yet to see a Michael Bay film that has any depth to it.
I mean, the first Transformers had uh there was that one scene and then it went boom.
How about Roland Emmerich? Anybody on board with that?
See, I don't hate him as
Remind
much as
me,
you do.
what has he done?
2012, Independence Day. He does all the end of the world movies.
Oh, right. Okay, that guy. Eh,
Yeah, I think they're all corny as
yeah.
shit.
It was a giant like end game style event maybe.
He might be all right with that. He's not my number one choice though. Like if they announce it, I'd
No.
kind of be like, oh, okay, maybe he'll do a good job. But
Perhaps.
he's not like if they said all of a sudden said Christopher Nolan is coming on board to direct an MCU film, I'd be like, we're getting peak, gentlemen. We are getting peak.
Oh man.
Patty Jenkins just took over the MCU.
Oh.
Well, are we getting Wonder Woman, Patty Jenkins?
No,
We're
Monster,
getting
Patty
Wonder Woman
Jenkins?
84
Or
Patty
we're
Jenkins.
not mentioning that movie. Doug, stop it. What else did she direct that?
Hold on, where's my notebook?
she hasn't done that. She hasn't done that many movies.
No, she really hasn't. She did a show too. I can't remember what it is. And of course, we keep getting differing reports that she's working on Rogue Squadron again for Lucasfilm.
Mm-hmm.
So who knows what's true, but
Now starring Cara Dune.
yeah, now that Lucasfilm and her have made amends, maybe we will get Rangers of the New Republic or her
I
in Rogue
disagree
Squadron.
with the amount of people that are still jumping to her defense and like, oh, good, finally Disney came to their senses and they brought back this wonderful one. It's like, it's still okay. Granted, she's gotten hit in the head a few times. I understand that a couple of marbles are loose. She's probably not the brightest bulb in the pack, but that's not an excuse for being the way that she was and not realizing, even though people explained it to her, this is why what you posted was wrong, and she still doesn't get it, and instead wants to go make, shitty movies with Ben fucking Shapiro, who's over here talking shit about my boy Space Boston.
Oh, you better stop
Yeah,
talking about Billy.
Bill Burr always comes out on top of those, so
He does.
I wouldn't worry about that.
Yeah, no. He can defend himself. Yes,
So-
he'll be
so-
all right.
I do not care that she's coming back as Cara Dune, if that is true.
They've never said she's
Okay,
coming
whatever.
back yet. They did say after settling the lawsuit and all that they would love to work with her again. But yeah, I'm with you, Doug. What
Good,
she
she
said
can
is
be the
still
light operator.
what she said was still sick and wrong. And
I don't care either way if she comes back. I don't care if I ever see her again. I
Yeah.
don't care.
Yeah, but I'm not going to jump to her defense and be like, Disney was wrong.
Disney finally woke up and did the right thing. No, they did the right thing at first,
Well,
and maybe
yeah.
this is, her realizing she made a mistake. I don't think so.
Oh, you mean when the movie that she was in tanked
Yes.
and she got like no money for it? Yeah, okay, probably.
Okay, gentlemen. Well, I think that's all we have for this evening. Obviously, we got Peacemaker, episode 1.
Mm-hmm.
The Ties That Grind is the first episode title, which I love that
Nice.
they're still doing the puns. But should we find someone to raid?
I think we should. And I noticed that,
Leia's is on.
what?
Oh, Slayers
Slayers
is
is-
on.
Oh, I didn't see that. Okay, cool. Great. Maybe we should go raid her stream. I was gonna say I noticed that Clint wasn't still on, which is a shame. I was gonna suggest that we go join him, but
Oh, yeah.
he's done.
For those
Now,
of you
for-
who are unfamiliar with Terrible Gamer, he is
Mm-hmm.
pushing for partner on Twitch. So any chance he's out there, make sure you watch him. Even if you just turn it on, you got to lurk because you got other things to do. Help the man out. He is so close to getting partner on Twitch, and we definitely want to help.
Absolutely.
Oh, I ran out of drinkage. I did the last 2 drops, I guess.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I thought I had paced myself just perfectly.
And then I got you. Now, for those of you out there that are wondering, what's Keith doing? What is this rating? Man, this is some nonsense, and I don't understand. I don't get this word, that unmasculine named man. Rating is something that we can do over here on Twitch. It allows us to take all of our lovely viewers and send them off to another channel where we can kind of keep the party going, as it were. Now, unfortunately, YouTube doesn't quite have anything nearly as fluid as, moving from one channel to the next. YouTube requires more setup. We don't mess with it. So, for those of you that are watching us out there on YouTube, thank you, for starters. We appreciate you just watching us. But if you could throw a like our way, that'd be we'd really appreciate it. And if you are not already subscribed, please go ahead and do so. We would love you so much. We'll send Dave to your house, and he's going to shake your hand firmly yet gently.
And tell you
Right.
all about Smallville.
And all about Smallville.
Yes.
He'll watch it with you.
I'll stay for an extra 44 minutes so we can discuss each episode.
Each episode.
And if you feed him, he'll stay for an extra 15 to 20 minutes.
Right. But other than liking and subscribing, we want to hear from you. Obviously, we always want to hear from you. So go ahead and comment down below, and we'll see you next time right here on Not Your Status Quo. Hey fellow nerds, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to see more of this stuff, make sure that you check out our Twitch stream. We try to do these live Sunday or Monday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Keep an eye on our social media to find out when you can join in live and chat with us during these live streams. Also, as usual, don't forget to check out our other social media. Add us at Twitter, comment down below, and we'll see you next time right here on Not Your Status Quo.